So today was eventful. I woke up in extreme pain and thought I had a kidney infection. I had a meeting with my coach this morning, which was a good thing. And she and I came up with a solution, and that was that I needed to call the insurance company and see where I could go for care. And of course, I had to go to the emergency room. Did not want to do that. I mean, it was killing me, but that was the last place I wanted to go. I was guided somehow to this nice small town emergency room. I got brought right in. I got seen right away. I know it sounds weird. Like an infection I can fight and do something about. But the problem, he says he thinks is skeletal, not skeletal or muscular, but I don't think it's muscular. I think it's skeletal because I know what muscular feels like. It's like part of a number of things that I've been dealing with and not dealing with well in this environment. It's very difficult. I can't really, I can stretch out, but I can't really relax. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, it is what it is, and I accept where I am in this moment. Hey, yo, those are my toe. Hey, nuggets. I'm beginning to think it's all connected, but I have to, go when I get back to New Mexico and get a GP and take care of some things. It's a very difficult thing for me to do. Always has been. Um, I used to have people who would take me once upon a time. So I couldn't not do the things, right? And then um, I had some really financially traumatic events that um, have made it really difficult for me to um, make doctor appointments, whether it be dentist, doctor, whatever. Anyway, I'm working on it, and I know I need to take care of things. It's really just hard, that's all. Not being able to stand up to take care of certain tasks, and on the other side of that, having to stand up to take care of certain tasks. Not always being park level, so having to like hold myself upright actually gets really exhausting. Anyway, these are the physical laments, and now I'm done talking about them. It is one of the reasons I haven't been filming, because I haven't been feeling well. And yeah, I mean, it is the reality of van life that when you're like, I could really use a hot bath, but I can't. I don't have a place to go take one, right? Things like that. I've been looking up where I can get a shower because I really need one. I've been sponge bathing and stuff, but because of my back pain, I haven't been able to wash my hair properly. So it's not getting done. It needs to be done. And oh, Nugget is begging. She's had her moist food, and now she's letting me know, like, I want my dry food. I've been really trying to break her of that, but she's not liking that. She wants her dry food. Her own personal sit and spin. What, Miss Moosh? What is it? Oh, what do you think you're doing in Mama's feet? Watch it. No claws. I better get to it. She's getting violent now. So one thing I do have to say that is absolutely amazing is um I needed gas to get to and from to do this, and people really stepped up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm really grateful for that. This was unexpected. I only had a quarter tank of gas, and the nearest hospital was that far away, so I had to, yeah. Um, and I have just over a half tank now, so I have plenty to get back. Um, I'm in Idaho right now. I think I've already said that. Anyway, I'm tired. Outside enjoying this beautiful warm morning. She is having fun with her rocks and the warm cement she loves. Oh, and then there's birds. She does not catch the birdies. Sorry for the jiggle. Yeah, you know what's funny? I saw, so my friend Joanne has this gimbal thing that, stops the camera from doing all the stuff. And at first I thought, ooh, that's so awesome. Until she put it in my hands. And I was like, this thing is so heavy. Nope, not me. Ooh, and it's getting hot. So this, overall jumper thingy I got has been, my uniform because it is so easy. It is so comfy. I want, 10 of them. Because I just want to rotate them through the summer. They feel like a dress, but they're pants. Right? And it's got pockets. And it's the clothing that you wear so you don't have to wear clothes. And those who know what I'm talking about. It's so comfy. Oh, so today, all right, so last night we slept in this parking lot. And it's like an old lot. So this was an old dam site. It's like a failed dam. I guess the dam failed in the 40s. They built a new one. And it's kind of cool. And it was definitely a very peaceful place to sleep. And there was some traffic in and out yesterday, but it's all people who just come to see the site and look at the view, which is really cool. And I didn't feel nervous or antagonized or anything like that. I am sort of disappointed in myself that I didn't get up to watch the sunset last night, or get outside too. I know. I was just spent from the anxiety of trying to get myself. I had to make a bunch of phone calls. I had to call my insurance company and understand what they were saying. Then they tried to give me too much information and I started getting overwhelmed because they're telling me what I needed to do when I get back to New Mexico, and I was like, stop. I only need to know what I need to know today for today. Period. Please don't give me any more information. I was starting to really, and the woman was great, I will say, on the other end of the phone, because as soon as I stopped her and told her that, she was like, oh, okay, so all you need today is, and then she listed it off for me. I was like, thank you. And when I get back, the one thing I did want to remember that she said was, when you call the insurance company to look for a GP and help, ask for a care coordinator. I did not know they existed for people like me. And when I say people like me, I mean neurodivergent, people who struggle with comprehension and get overwhelmed by all the information. Ooh, is that a... I mean, I want to say it's a robin, but then it turns its head and it is not a robin. I don't think. But he's got like a reddish breast. And I don't want to move because I don't want to disturb him. Oh. Oh. I move. Ah, you twerp. Went into taller grass. Sure, I shall show you where I am. So this is pretty awesome. So this is pretty cool. There's the river there in the distance. And there's this platform which I haven't gone out to yet. Somebody is doing their own pace, so we may not make it there. Just depends on her. Basically, we just wander. She doesn't walk with direction. At least none that I can comprehend. I mean, really, in the end, it's just about letting her meander and roll wherever she wants to. That's what it's about. It's that simple. So, on the other side of this berm, you have a view of the Grand Teton. Which, by the way, if my Tetons looked like that, I would be very upset. I want you to come down here. She's like, no, I want to go this way. I want to go this way. I don't want you into tall grass. She brings buggies in the house when she does that. I have no idea what the old dam looked like. But how beautiful is that? My guess is the river was this wide once upon a time. Right? Look how it's carved out. Especially when you look this way, you can really see it. Right? Where that whole windy road is, this had to be all riverbed. How cool. And I am definitely ripe right now. I need to find a shower. Well, my friends, this might be the view I get of the Tetons. I know. Hazy and distant. But if you saw the news, you saw that the road was like landslided out. Yeah, the road between Idaho and Wyoming that takes you to the park. Now, there's a northern route that is, they say, a four-wheel drive, but I was informed it just really means high clearance road. However, with the washout, my feeling is all the stupid people will think they can do it and they'll end up being stuck. So it's going to be a road full of a bunch of stuck drivers instead of a passable road. I'm just headed north. I'm going to go back into West Yellowstone. I need to take care of some things like a shower. Laundry would be lovely. So I'm going to do those things. I think I'm going to keep heading north. We'll see. I need to take a shower. See, in Bozeman, there's hot springs. So I just got a nice gift from someone. And I'm thinking I might go to Bozeman for a shower and a soak. Because my body really needs the soak. My lower back. Since it turns out this is not an infection. At least that's what he says. He ran a blood test and a urine sample and said there was no infection. He checked my liver and my kidneys and my bladder, right? Like, that was the... And he says everybody's functioning, which is great. But then that means that this back pain has to do with how I'm living in this van. I was not wrong when I said I needed a vehicle that I could stand up in, because this is really starting to take a toll on my hips and my lower back. So my new home best be coming soon, because this woman needs to stand up. I am going to head to Bozeman and go to the hot springs and get a really nice long shower. And I get a whole day pass, so I'm going to take a shower before, I'm going to get a soak, I'm going to come back and have lunch with Nugget, and then I'm going to go back and have another soak. And yeah, that's the plan, at least. We'll see what parking is like. As long as there's a spot where Nugget can be safe, I'm happy. And it's not supposed to be too warm today, so that also is going to make a big difference. Yay! Little prairie dog. Hello, little prairie dog. There's the van over there under the trees. And this is a nice little Walmart here in Bozeman, Montana. I'm glad I'm here. I have a place where I can come and stand up and work at a table, at least for a little bit, and give my back a rest. All right, so I am off, headed out of Bozeman and headed to Anaconda, Montana. Actually, the spot on the freecampsites.net looks like it's really pretty. So, pretty river views. I'm hoping it's a place where I can hang out for a couple of days and feel good hanging out for those couple of days. So, I am supposed to be staying off social media and resting my back, and doing more exercising and less editing and looking at my phone. So, it is also my camera. This is a struggle, but I'm going to do my best to keep up with filming, but do it more mindfully. No more rambling. Well, this is the campground that I've been at for the past day and a half. And it looks like a beautiful day. It's very cold, and it's been raining on it. And it's now like 7 o'clock. So, I mean, it took until 7 o'clock for that blue sky to show up. But where we are, we're still under clouds. So, meh. It's cold. I'm cold. And I have been in and out from under the covers all day long. Because when it really starts to rain hard, it gets damp and cold in here. And turning on a propane heater doesn't necessarily make it warm. It makes it hot and damp. So it's actually warmer. Just get under the covers. So Nugget, and she wants to snuggle when it does that anyway. So there's that. This is one of the national forest campgrounds along the highway in Montana. Tomorrow, I think I will be heading into Idaho. I'm going to take Route 12 across. It looks really cool, like through this gorge, through the mountains. Looks like when I pull up the topography. So that's kind of neat. And I'm gonna make my way to Walla Walla, Washington. Of course, I gotta go to a town called Walla Walla. Good morning. Brr. I don't know. I'm not even looking. I had to turn the heat on, but it's bad. And I know it's bad because it was in the mid-40s yesterday morning, and I was cold, but I was fine. It must have dipped into the 30s. I didn't have enough service to check the weather. But that should tell you that it's cold in here. Yeah. It was a really pretty camp spot. But it was like freezing and rainy yesterday, so no outside. And I can't do this again. And I did the little bit the glimpse that I got yesterday when I had a second of power was 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. It had all threes at night. So I'm out. I'm out. I'm going down. I'm going to continue toward Washington today. If I gotta be cold for another morning, it's gonna be because I made progress in the right direction. Making my coffee. In my head, I heard myself saying coffee. So I've been watching it's usually just the dad, but it's been the father and the son lately. They mimic this woman online who makes these things. It's just so funny. But she always adds, coffee. And I'm doing this at the same time because I don't have a cup, but I've got a pour. Oh, hello. Somebody is very cold and very hungry. She wants it. But I'm making her wait because we're about to cross a time zone, and honestly, it's just getting earlier and earlier, and I really don't want to be feeding her at 4 o'clock in the morning. At least 6, so that when we cross the line, she's not having it though. She's very pacey, very upset with me. I'm sorry, Nugget. That's just the way it is. I bet I make some. Mama has to make her coffee. What? You want to come on my lap? It's very cold, I know. I might bleed today. Trying to fight her off. Oh, brr! Just look at that. I had to stop and take a photograph of that. Ooh. Oh, it is freezing. My fingers are numb. Well worth getting up early and getting just out of here as fast as possible, because look at this gorgeous sky and those beautiful distant mountains. I do have it zoomed in. So the heat does not work great in this van. So the defroster does not work great in this van. So pulling over for a moment to make sure that everything is visible, that my visibility is good too. I'm going to check my map now because I should have enough service to find the next gas station. This is another picturesque spot that I stopped and photographed on my way. And I have the hiccups. Look at those hay bales in the morning light. Yummy. Along with the barn. I love these structures. They're so decrepit and beautiful. And then with of course, the great distance and this gorgeous sky. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to be hard pressed to make any kind of time, and I don't care. I love early morning drives because, yeah, I can pull off the road with ease because I don't know I don't have to worry about traffic. So I might be losing my mind, but I do have another can or two of propane. I didn't stop at a Walmart today because I have plenty of ice, you know. So I just stopped at this visitor center, and they have a boondocker sheet, which is pretty cool. And right behind here is some camping, and she said there's some wildflowers that are coming into bloom, which I forgot what she called them, began with a C. So I'm going to go drive up and check out these sites because I'm kind of pooped. And I mean, the next site was just a little bit further, but I kind of liking this. I could check out all these, like, well, not all of them, but a couple of them anyway. On my way, it seems that anywhere I am in this canyon along Route 12 through Idaho and Montana, there is no cell service. So it just is what it is. So hopefully I don't freeze my ass off. And some motorcycles. And I'll camp up here tonight. Let me go check out these sites. Nugget is like, what the hell? This is so beautiful, but I think I really need to keep moving west. None of these spots are terribly level, which I may be running into this whole time. We'll see. But I am really glad I changed my mind. I am at the Colgate Bench Campground. This is Idaho. These are free campgrounds. And back behind me, up on the hill, is, I think, in there. Over there is a porta potty. Yeah, or a place to go to the bathroom. Pit toilet. Oh my gosh. So this actually has a really generous spot. So if somebody has a trailer, they could pull in. I am really close to the river. Look at this. How awesome. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here. I don't have service. But if it's not too freezing cold, I will stay. It's really pretty. And I know Nugget's gonna love it. I have a fire pit if I want to use it. You know me, I'm not really a fire pit person. But Wow. How beautiful. Well, I've got enough goods to at least hang out here for a couple of days. Nugget has been, well, are you happy, girl? She really is enjoying our little spot here. I like the fact that it is clear of tall grasses for her. The bug thing. I haven't had to treat her yet, and I'm holding off as long as I can. I know, it's getting into tick. I'm gonna have to very soon. But I'm trying. So hopefully I came down far enough in elevation to be a tiny bit warmer tomorrow morning. I have no idea, you know. Up at the visitor center where I was, it said 33 degrees is the low. I'm hoping that here, because it feels that much warmer here, that maybe I got a couple of degrees out of that. We'll see. We'll see what the morning brings. If it's too cold and I have to have the heat going most of the time, I'm probably going to say no and leave. But I have enough propane to at least keep it toasty in here in the morning. Nugget and I are snuggling up in bed now. I spent most of the morning really doing my best to get motivated. It's really hard when it keeps starting to rain again. I'd like to move today, but I don't think I'm going to get to. I have to be careful. My tires are a little too old to be driving in the rain. So, yeah, that's going to be tricky in the Pacific Northwest. I know. I can hear all the laughter. Oh. Serious. Well, it is what it is. I don't have any service here either. I'm in Idaho along a river. I don't know the name of, but I'll put it here on the screen because I'll look it up. Yeah, so I was organizing some photos and doing some work on my phone, but my body is starting to hurt, so I'm gonna stretch out and rest it like I'm supposed to be doing in between. I can't get outside because it's raining, so there's that. And there are those who are like, what do you mean? You're not gonna melt? No, not gonna melt, but I have no place to dry off when I come inside. Like, everything will be wet if I go outside. So that means the stuff that I have outside, I have to kind of let dry a little bit before I bring it inside. Which is why I really hope, you know, I mean, there is the fact that there's daylight. Oh, God, this itches so bad. So I thought this was a bug bite, but I remember also whacking my head, and it was an egg for a really long time. I think it's just itchy because it's healing. My next stop, I think, is going to be the Walla Walla Walmart in Washington. I did not try. Did not try. It comes naturally. I did take the window cover off so I can look at the river. Nugget is on top of the blankets and is about to be sadly disturbed because I'm going to move her so I can get underneath there with her. Yep, I'm going to have to move her. She's not gonna like this, but I gotta get snuggy with it underneath the blankies with her. This rain. And if I get a nap now, hopefully the rain will go away by the afternoon. And since it is light until around 9 o'clock, I can find me a camp spot because it's a Monday night. I want to have service tomorrow morning. I have an appointment at 8:30. And so if I miss it, I miss it. And I think she'll understand. I just can't communicate it to her because I have no service. So I changed the orientation of my bed in hopes that it will help my back. I think I just need a new mattress. I bought was a 3-inch children's mattress that I got at IKEA for like $90 because I had no money to set up this. I had so little money to set this up when I got set up, and I have not in the 4 years gotten anything new. I could do it with a mattress topper, probably, of some kind. Just so that my hip bone isn't hitting the boards underneath the mattress. I don't want to spend tons of money because I expect to be building out a new rig eventually, and so I want to put as little as possible into this one. Yeah. These are the thoughts.
With that viscous grey emulsion. He wondered about the aspirin and the emulsion as he walked home from the pub. And deep down inside himself, he knew that...
Oh. So here we sit. She's like, oh, I'm done sitting here. I'm going to go look out the windshield. We're just sitting on the road here along the river. Oh, that is very frightening, having a very big 18-wheeler truck come up my butt like that. Oh, that was pretty scary. Yes. Oh. But we are just chillaxing. Been here for like 5 minutes. And yeah, I have no idea how long we're going to sit for. Well, this wasn't a bad spot. It was nice and quiet. I was camped up top at the camping area, and then I came down here. The reservoir is beautiful. It's too bad it's such a gloomy, cold day. Otherwise, I would have stuck around. That island is really cool. But I am headed to Walla Walla, Washington today. I will be once again traveling on the 12th. I have no idea if I'll get to film any of it because the weather was so bad yesterday that I didn't pick up the camera. I just didn't want to take my eyes or hands off the wheel for even half a second. So much so that when my book ran out, I just let it be quiet for the rest of the drive. But I'm getting back on the 12. It's a windy road, and they want you to go like 55 on most of it, and it's kind of nerve-wracking to do that. Anyway. So it is supposed to be warmer in Walla Walla. I'm going to be outside it. I'm going to camp probably like I don't know, it's about a half hour outside of the city itself. So when I get to my new campsite, I'll show you where I'm at. Just entered Washington, and I get this awesome train along the river. I was just in Lewiston, and I am entering Clarkson, and yeah, it's Lewis and Clark. That's the whole deal. I've been on that trail. It's kind of cool. Are you a happy girl? I think somebody is very pleased with our newest camp spot. The only bummer with this is that it keeps raining, and so I keep having to close my doors, and Nugget has to stay inside. I have an awning, but she is terrified of it. And honestly, if I don't have someone with me so that I can take it up and take it down without worry of the wind, although I haven't dealt with any since I've been here, I know I'm going to be moving again tomorrow because of the rain, because I need service. It's really a bummer that I haven't been able to find a place around here where I have service. It's hard to sit still when I know that I need to be in touch with people. And I'm struggling with that. I know. It's the weirdest things. You wouldn't expect to have these kinds of struggles, but this is what I deal with. Part of it is because I have this constant need to write the script for the day. And there's no script to be written for a day like this. Yeah. And so I'm a little Nugget, I can't feed you just yet. You've got to wait just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. She's not pleased with me. The time change has her begging for dinner a little on the early side. So, hey, even though I fed her at the correct time this morning, hey, listen. Yeah, it's still something we both have to get used to. Time zones always messes with me, for sure. Hey. It's quite a big campsite, especially since you have the additional tent space over there if you want it. And there are pit toilets down there. There's also a camp spot next to the pit toilets. All my outside gear is pretty well sodden still from the last rain. So I won't be putting that stuff out. Well, this is a spot for the night. Now, I've been looking through coastal camping here in Washington, and it does not look promising. I got a message from a friend saying that the state is cracking down on the homeless population and vehicle dwellers. I am considered a vehicle dweller. So, I don't know what my stipulations are going to need to be. Well, thank you for joining me today. And if you want to find out how things go for me on the coast, why don't you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I put out a video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like today's video. And below are ways you can contribute to the journey. You can become a patron on Patreon or just click on a PayPal link, any way you like. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.